temperatures out there,
Yes.
and Danny and I certainly stayed hydrated in some way.
Yeah, you could say that.
You could say that. Check out this week's Around the Corner.
5 News Around the Corner, sponsored by Ghirardelli Chocolate.
On today's episode of Around the Corner, we are here at Sassafras Springs Vineyard and Winery. It's an iconic Northwest Arkansas spot here in Springdale. It's great for events, weddings, or just grabbing a glass of wine.
Yeah, and we're going to do a little bit of that, kind of exploring, maybe drinking a little bit of wine, hitting up the vineyards. We're going to meet Drew and maybe some other people to show us around. And I say, Lauren, it's a beautiful day to do it. Why don't we get to it?
Let's do it.
All right, can't wait for a little glass of wine.
This whole property was actually owned by Houston Nutt, the former Razorback coach for the U of A. It was basically his horse farm, so the whole property was his horse farm. We bought it from him, and then our parents had the great idea of trying to convert this to a winery and wedding venue. It was my mom's dream, and that's kind of was her retirement plan.
We are in our production building. This is kind of a multi-use space, but this is where we process wine, make wine. Because of its efficiency, we only need it about 5 days a year. We'll put empty bottles on. They'll go through, they'll get filled. The next step is corking. It'll receive its cap and label. And then the last step, it tightens the cap on top of the bottle. 780 bottles an hour, as you can imagine. We've got 2 people loading bottles, 2 people offloading bottles, and 1 person running around the middle, making sure there's enough caps, corks, labels, and the machine is functioning properly.
We actually built this wine cave. It's kind of partially underground. We did put a roof on it, but what's nice about it is it stays about 58 degrees year-round. And this whole area, really kind of the experience that we're trying to provide is more of like a Tuscany kind of winery feel. So it's all natural stone. All these stones came through throughout our property. Obviously, you have really nice shade here, so it stays cool even on hot summer days. And it's just right here behind the winery tasting room as well. So nice, easy walk back here.
So we can't come to the winery without tasting some wine.
Yes, and I'm looking at the menu here, and it looks like we got a couple flight options. So, Drew, what do you got for us?
Yeah, so I always recommend, anytime someone comes out, we're always asking them what type of wines they normally drink. We kind of have a flight here that suits everyone's palates. So if you like white wine, we have a white flight. If you like sweeter wines, the sweet flight's a great option. What type of wines do y'all like?
I like a white usually.
Okay, well, we'll go with the white as well.
White? Okay, let's do some white flights.
Let's do it.
Okay, we're ready to taste some wines.
Yes.
Drew, what do you have for us?
We're gonna start off here with our Chardonnay. This one is one of our most popular white wines. And so when tasting wine, what you're gonna wanna do is kind of swirl it around in the glass just a little bit.
Lauren?
Cheers.
Cheers.
So the next one here is gonna be our Pinot Grigio. This is one of my personal favorites. Some of the characteristics that you're gonna pick up on are gonna be green apple, some pear.
I'm not a wine guy. How you is there like a certain way to hold the wine glass?
Ooh, yeah.
There's so many different ideas and like theologies behind how to hold a wine glass. If you're at like a gala or something, you'll see a lot of people holding it like this. It helps with grease, seeing fingerprints here. Also, people can swirl the wine. You can also hold it here just by the stem. One of the other ideas behind this is if you are drinking white wine, if you're holding it like this, it's gonna warm the white wine a lot quicker. With this one, it's very nice, very refreshing. You're gonna get strawberry notes on it. Rosés and white Zinfandels are made in the exact same process. You're taking a red grape and then you're just making it in the white wine making process. So it has very little skin contact. That's what gives it kind of the pink tint.
So we just finished up the tasting. Danny, what would you say was your favorite one?
Yeah, they're all pretty good, but the white Zinfandel there at the end, the pink one was my favorite.
Great
Lauren?
option.
Bright pink. I like the Pinot Grigio. That was my favorite. Always love a Pinot Grigio. You can't go wrong,
That's right. Yes.
Right? Well, thanks so much for having us.
Absolutely. Thank you guys.
Appreciate it.
Yes.
If you want to come out here over the summer, enjoy a glass of wine on the patio. It's a great vibe out here. We'll see you next time on
Around the Corner. All right, give me another glass.
All right. All right.
Perfect.
So much fun.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. A beautiful spot there, and they're always looking to expand. And I love that the family that bought it, they've lived in Arkansas their whole life, and it's a whole family business. They've got both husbands and wives working. They've got some kids working too. So
Yeah.
it's a big family operation, locally owned. And again,
It used to be a farm that they converted the barn into this beautiful space to drink wine and hang out, have a girls' night or guys' night, as you said.
And Drew, props to you. You gave us quite some house pours, so thank you, sir. But no, go check it out again. It's a great time. Lauren and I had a great time. Claire, I'm sure you'd have a great time as well.
I was getting a little bit of FOMO, I must say, as a wine girly. So, yeah.
All right, we'll be right back.